People already darted out of work, so they're going to turn this from a 4-day holiday. And great programming here and lots of topics. So you want to check that out and put that on your smartphone so you always know when we're doing what we're doing. If you want to go direct, you can go to www.thepowerofvoices.com or www.aventertainmentlive.com as we let ourselves go out onto two Facebook Live platforms. One, facebook.com/Power Voices, and Jesse Terrero. We also do this on YouTube Live, and we also are on a dozen other social network sites. So I just wanted to let you know, there's a lot of places to get in touch with us, and we love for the interaction to happen. Phil Tabby's got us on. Thanks, Phil. Yes, traffic is loud and outrageous out there today, especially with the holiday weekend. Everybody's driving and gassing up. I saw gas on the way here for $2.39 at an ARCO station. Not bad, $2.39. When Obama took the presidency, gas was at $1.89, so it's not too much higher than that. But then you get an O-ring for your pool filter, and it's $52 now, where that O-ring that keeps the filter from leaking just a year ago was $22. It's gone up like $30. So, we gas kind of stays down, but milk jumps. That's kind of what's happening in our world right now, is that all the basics of life are jumping like mad, but they keep the big things down, like interest rates, but the prices are going sky high. So one kind of doesn't really offset the other. It just allows you to put a little less money down, perhaps. But nevertheless, we kind of lose that we lose that depth of perception when we're dealing with stuff right in front of us. So, but hey, it's good for you if you're taking a trip this weekend. Be careful, be safe, and drive slower. And don't drink while you drive. And more importantly, don't text while you drive, because that's just as bad as drinking. I mean, if you text, you take your eyes off the road, you text a few little things for a few little seconds, you've gone 50, you've gone like the CHP say you've gone like 150 to 200 feet just in a few seconds, a blink of an eye. And you know what happens in front of you, 200 feet in front of you, if your eyes aren't there, you know what's going to happen. So be very, very careful, okay? That's the number one problem on California highways. All right. So now that we got through the function of business here at the Jesse T Show, it's good to have you along with us. If you notice, I'm not on the air in the evening right now because what we're doing, we're going to be doing that on a sporadic basis, the fabulous Jesse T Show from 9 to whenever, usually 9 to 10, Monday through Friday. But we're moving into the next level of the fabulous Jesse T Show where we're going to have a variety show starting up at 8 o'clock on a Friday night and go for a couple of hours. And we're going to be all over town. Going to have some pre-recorded and pre-produced original programming in there too, as well as a lot of live stuff from correspondents like Dan the Man, The Package, and others are going to be participating with us. So we want you to stay tuned for that, and we'll give you more details. That's coming on. As the award season starts, we're going to hope to get out to as many of the red carpets as we can. We'll be doing that live in the evening. And we'll pop up every now and then live in the evening for special events and just mischievous fun. So, but as far as a regular basis, from 9 o'clock on, we've got to open that up because we've got a lot of pre-production and original programming that we have to put together for the Fabulous Jesse T Show variety show, which is going to be coming your way in a couple of weeks. So we're looking forward to that. We don't have a setup time for that, but we will be broadcasting live here on the ABTV Live, the entertainment channel. Yes, your digital broadcasting network. We will be broadcasting live here through the week in the evenings, just not on a regular basis. But we'll always be here from 5 to 6 for the Live at 5 show, the Jesse T Show, and Straight on the Point. So I just want to kind of give you some programming things that are happening. So I've decided that I figured out how to solve America's problems. My dad, 84 years old, yesterday, we had great conversations last night about our political enterprises that are going on right now. And of course, he's been around a long time, so he's got a lot to say and a lot of wisdom. And he's really one of the smartest men I know on the planet Earth. The guy is just very, very wise and has lived a tremendously a life of experience that has given him another point of view, transcending several generations now, all the way born back in the 1930s, before World War II, up to now. So he's got a lot of wisdom. But we have these jousts, and they get fun, you know. But after that, last night I'm driving home, and I thought, okay, that's it. You know, we got it all wrong. Forget the Republican Party. Forget the Democratic Party. Forget the Libertarian Party. Forget the Green Party. Okay? Forget being conservative, liberal. Forget being evangelical. Forget being, what are the other ones? Libertarian. Forget being any of those. I'm going to start a new party. And the name of my party is called the Free Party. The Free Party. Free. Free. Now say that real time. Free. Right? It's the Free Party. And I am going to be the first candidate. Okay? So I'm announcing my presidential bid right now for the Free Party. And this is my platform. The Free Party is going to solve America's problems right here on Friday afternoon in Southern California on the Pacific Coast. That's right. You ready? Free. Can you hear the chants? 17,000 people at the fabulous forum. Free. Not fee. Free. Not foo. Free. Not the foo fighters. Free. We want free. We want free. We want free. I like the sound of that. Now, here's my platform, okay? Since immigration is on everybody's agenda. Oh, those are those of you that just can't stand Donald Trump. And I understand. You know, he makes your skin curl. Yes. And then there are those of you that just, oh my goodness, the thought of looking at that Hillary just makes your eyeballs dry. Okay? I get it. Totally get it. Okay? And we can cast out the Libertarians and the Green Party because what are they good for? A few votes? Yeah, all right. So, but the Free Party's here to save the day. Yes, we're on the way to save the day. That's going to be my song on my political way. It's the Free Party for you and me. And the leader is Jesse T. That's right. I'm going to have cheerleaders in the back, like the new Rams cheerleaders. Have you seen those cheerleaders? Woo, baby. They almost look as good as the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. And we all know the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders are the best.
Ain't nothing better.
Oh, baby, I agree with you. But those Rams, man, they got a lot of good-looking girls out there now, I'll tell you. And they're going to be my cheerleaders, okay? And they're going to have free right here in front. Free. Okay, here's platform number 1, immigration. Forget it. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. Just let everybody in. Open the borders. In fact, the 2,000-mile-long border on the southern border, we need every 100 feet, we need to put a booth, like in the old Mission Impossible. The old Mission Impossible, for those of you old enough, whenever they were going into some communist or socialist state, they had this booth with this guard there, and the wood thing would come up like a railroad track, right? And you'd hear that music, that Mission Impossible music, right? We need to put it like a guard shack every 100 feet or maybe every 500 feet. And at that guard shack, we have to have EBT applications, okay? We've got to have EBT applications, and we should have thousands of them for those that don't have smartphones, but we have to have in back of the guard shack some smartphone, okay? So we should have like a warehouse of smartphones and give those for free too, okay? Because it's the free party. And I believe that open borders is the way to go. That's right. What we need to do is just open the whole borders up. We need to be big signs that say in Spanish and English, and all 96 other languages on the planet Earth, or however many there are, that say free, 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 come on in, free, 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 and get your phone and get your EBT and welfare. Yes, it's free. Come on in. Come on down. This is America. We will take care of you. The Statue of Liberty needs to be rewritten, and it needs to have the free, free jargon on it. We take you because we're the freedom. We need to give you freedom. And you get to come into our country free, free. It's the free, free party. That's right. I've solved the immigration problem then, because now we get all these people over here from all over the world coming through the southern border, and it's free. So we don't have to have border patrol anymore. So you see, I'm going to solve the $19 to $20 trillion debt here. We don't have to have border patrol anymore. We don't have to have those fancy helicopters. We don't have to have all those fancy horses and those four-wheeled ATVs. We don't have to have drones. We don't have to have satellites. We don't have to have anything. We don't even have to worry about them feeding themselves or water or humanitarian aid. We don't have to worry about anything. We don't, just let them in. Let them all in. Just come on, 130 million from Mexico and probably another 100 million from Central America. Come on down. Let's make a deal. It's the free, free party. Yeah, I like that. Just let them in. You know why? Because the more there are here, the less we have to worry about them. You see, we got it all wrong. If you limit the ones that come here, you worry about it. But if you just let everybody in, you don't worry about anything. They just come on down. Just let them in. Then there's so many that are here that you don't got to worry because it's all free. They're going to get free medical. Oh, yes. They're Obamacare. We need to make it Obamacare on steroids. Obamacare on steroids. I believe that Obamacare needs to be put on steroids plus 500,000% because it's the free, free party. It's the free party. Free. Come on in. Open borders. Free, everybody. And so they arrive at this nice little booth, right? And you hear the music. Right? And then what happens here is the guard comes out with his gun, and he says, "What do you want?" And the people say, we want to come over. And he says, "What's the magic word?" And they say, "Free, free?" He says, "Here's your Obama phone. And here's your EBT application. Come on down. Yeah, where do you want to go? Texas, Arizona, North Dakota? We'll give you a ticket on a bus ride for free because you don't make any money, so we got to take care of you. It's the free, free party." See, I just solved the immigration problem in America. Let them all in. We need everybody here. And can't forget about the northern border either. Because in the northern border, you don't have many Latinos coming in the northern border. You got coming in the northern border, you got a bunch of Neanderthals. Sasquatch? Yeah, we're just Bigfoot. We're going to let all the Bigfoot people come in from the northern border. And if you're 9 feet and hairy, we like you. We want you here because we need to have 9 feet hairy people. Okay? Yeah. We can't forget about the Pakistanis and the Indians. We can't forget about the Chinese, and we can't forget about, yes, the Saudis. We go over there off the Mediterranean in international waters, right? We put platforms like the old gambling ships off the edge of Los Angeles here back in the 1930s. You could go gamble out there in the bay between Catalina and Los Angeles. The old gambling ships. They were run by the boys, the Irish mafia and the Italian mafia, right? Okay, forget about it. What's wrong with you, eh? All right, so, Mickey Cohen and the boys. Anyway, so we have these ships off of Syria, right? In international waters, these big giant barges, like oil tanker size ships, 3 oil tankers rigged together. And we have them light up at night called Free Free. It's the Free Free. Come to America. We only have 1 million of you. We need 5 million more. And, of course, come on, guys. They're all going to come here. We don't have to vet them. Hey, they're good Islamic Muslim people. They're going to come here and they're going to find Christ. You know that. They're going to watch TV and they're going to just they're going to calm their evil ways because they're living in America for free. And so there's no reason to hate us. In fact, we need to build on every corner, not a Starbucks. In fact, I've got an idea. I'm going to start a new company called the Mosque Building Company. It's right. I'm going to build mosques on every corner in America. That's what, why not? It's the land of free religion because it's the free party. So, you see, now I've solved three things here you don't understand. I've solved immigration. I've solved the religious anarchy that's going on right now. Oh, man. And I'm paying down the debt because now I don't got to worry about anybody having a job because they're all getting everything for free. Yeah. Now you say, well, how do we afford that? Oh, don't worry about that. We don't worry about it already. The Treasury and the Federal Reserve and the 96 other central banks around the world, they just print up dollar bills. Just let them print up more and more dollar bills. Just print 24 hours a day, have 1 million printing machines printing $100 Benjamins. So when they come to the country, they get like 100,000 Benjamins. Right? Why not? It's the free party. We need that. Well, there will be no more terrorism. No more. Because we'll have a mixture of Muslims and Christians intermingling and making Muslim Christians or Christian Muslims. That's what America's about. It's a great melting pot. It's like English. We've stolen words from all over the world for 1,000 years to make the English language. That's why we got a lot of Spanish in our language now. We have Italian, we have German, we have French, we have Chinese, we have Asian, we have Japanese, we have Saudi, we have Somali, we have Australia, we have New Zealand. We have all kinds of language in our language, right? That's right. You didn't know that. English language isn't pure. So let's let them all in. So I solved those problems. Now, here's how we solve the military problem. Forget about China and Russia. It's all right. Don't worry about Iran and Iraq. And come on. We don't need a big army. Don't worry about it. Everything is just fine. They're not going to worry about us. Come on, they're our friends. You know why? Because we buy all their products. That's right. So we just keep buying everybody's products. They're not going to want to do anything to us because without us in the Northern Hemisphere, remember, I got the free people coming from Mexico and Central America. So now they're united under this NAFTA on steroids deal, right? And I got the Canadians and all those free people coming down from all the rest of the world that way. So, hey, we've got about 1 billion people in this hemisphere and they just keep buying products. So no one's going to attack us. Logic and common sense, folks. Come on. We don't need a big army. We don't need. Close all the bases around America, around the world, the 196 United States military bases. Close them all down next Tuesday. Bring those boys and girls home. That's what we need to do about the military. Now, the debt. Well, just say it's over with. Start over. Don't worry about gold and silver. Don't need it. Nah, we're printing money, baby. We're printing more money than we ever have. We're going to triple the size of printing money. Gangs? That's all right. Gangs are okay. Just give them lots of walls to graffiti on. That's right. They love. If you put every gang member and you give them an unlimited amount of paint in spray cans, they will have so much fun graffitiing every wall in the city of Los Angeles, Chicago, Philadelphia, Kansas, Miami, Tampa Bay, Boston, San Francisco, San Diego, Phoenix, Scottsdale. They'll have so much fun, they won't want to worry about anything. And human trafficking? Who cares about that? Governor Jerry Brown doesn't care. And hey, let's just have sex with minors. Why not? The rest of the world does. Just let them all in here. We don't worry about, Prop 57. They want to, here in California in November, you're going to vote on it, whether to drop the violent acts of having sex with minors under human trafficking down to a nonviolent act. It's on the ballot. So just let's let it happen. And what about corruption in government? Yeah. What are you, drunk? There's no corruption in government. These people, they got you, man. They got you. You see? The free party. Everything is wonderful. I just solved all the problems in America. Amazing. What can I say? I'm me, Jesse T. The brown beauty is on duty, and you just entered the world according to Torero. I don't know about you, but if we don't change something in this country, that's exactly what we're going to have, because we're heading down that path real fast. I don't care what political persuasion you are. Makes no difference to me. What makes a difference is you better start thinking right. Otherwise, you're going to vote for me and the Free Party. And I'll just let it fly, baby. Let it fly. There you go. Amazing, isn't it? That's what happens when you talk to an 84-year-old guy. It just drives you insane. All right. Now that I revved you all up here on a Friday in Southern California, from the community to the world, it's the Jesse T Show, live at 5. And we've got something really cool right now, man. This is really cool to talk about because there's some really great things happening in the world, some really wonderful things a lot of people don't know about. And one of them is there's a gentleman that I have in the studio with me who just heard me rant and rave about the Free Party. And we were going to turn the cameras a little bit over here as we kind of chime in on this gentleman here. Hey, David.
Hey, Jesse, how are you?
What are you doing, man?
Well, nice to see you again.
Good to have you in here. You got a camera here. You got a camera here. We're going to change that around a little bit. Got one on him? All right. So you is an entrepreneur. Very, very intelligent man. Very successful in everything he's ever done. Comes out of the tech industry and comes out of the marketing industry. He's got he's been promoting lots of shows and in China. He's been promoting lots of shows around the world at different venues. And he's got a group he's working with right now, which I think is so cool. And I wanted to bring him in and talk about this because the simplicity of the idea that could touch the hearts of working with right now. And yes. He's a finger painter. Now, we all learn how to finger paint when we're kids, you know, like this, and we make these little lines and all this stuff. But this man who has taken this to the nth level, the 10th level, he's like one of the best in the world. Tell me about him, but say hi to our listeners here at thepowerofvoices.com.
Hello, everybody. It's really nice seeing you through this radio system, through Jesse. Well, about this artist, his name is Gugu. Gugu actually stands for number 99. In Chinese, meaning is Jojo. And in Korean term is a Gugu. So it means infinity in Chinese. So he actually started finger painting about 20 years ago from Tokyo. And he came to Korea after his studying in Tokyo. And the way he finger painted is he focused on yin-yang, which is dark and light, the contrast. So uniqueness about his painting is, and a lot of his paintings are in big sizes. We're talking about almost 7 feet wide and 5.5 feet tall. So it's really big. And a lot of paintings are like just black and white. He uses charcoal powder and a lot of different natural stuff powder to smear with his fingertips and just does everything with the fingers. And you know, after he finishes the finger painting, to protect the paintings that he did, he used a coating spray to just treat them well, really nice. Takes really long time too. He focused on minimalism. A lot of art these days, you know, Picasso and a lot of those abstract paintings were very fancy, and you know, the storytelling about it is very wonderful. And a lot of artists these days that I've been told focuses a lot of modern, you know, and minimalism paintings these days.
Does that mean that they take one topic and try to just stay on that one topic within the painting when you talk about minimalism? What does that mean exactly?
Well, one topic, but the one topic has definitely very strong meaning to it. Such as a partner of his focuses on two very elderly couple with all the wrinkles showing, but they have this happy expression on their face. And that's the abstract paintings that he draws it out and shows how these partners mean the real partners.
It's an amazing thing because, you know, we all grew up finger painting. We all grew up messing around with paper and crayons and pencils and stuff. But this man, Gugu,
Mm-hmm.
which is a cool name anyway. It's like the
Yes.
Go-Go's. Yeah.
Yes.
Gugu, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't forget that name when
No.
you say it. It's Gugu. Say it 5 times real fast. Gugu, 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 Gugu. Okay. And it means infinity, right?
Infinity in Chinese.
In
term,
Chinese.
yeah.
Okay. So this idea that Gugu has is he can it's real tactile because it's not a brush.
No.
It's not a piece of cardboard. It's not any tool or mechanism he's using.
Mm-hmm.
He's using the tips of his fingers. So that connection from his chi or his energy that comes through his body naturally
Mm-hmm.
through the paint. I would that when you see his stuff, that lends a little different of an energy to it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That comes out because when you touch something with your fingers and you're connected.
Yes.
It's a tactile
Right.
thing.
Right.
And I would imagine that's what makes one of his paintings so pleasurable to watch and pleasurable to look at.
Yes, he spends a lot of time, and then usually a lot of paintings that he works on, they lay on the flat ground. And you know,
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't do really too much in standing, especially the big ones. He lay them on the ground, and then he presses with his fingertips a lot of different outlines that he already drew. So it takes a lot of effort. You know, this guy is has a strong philosophy about art, life, even including business,
Right.
relationship. Doing a business is not an easy thing, you know, and I've been doing it for roughly about 20 years. But, you know, I thought I was good, you know, but actually encountering with such an artist like this that has such a high energy and different philosophy in life, then a lot of people, I learn a lot about the life itself. You know, I trying to, since I met him, I became, I think, more humble.
Oh, that's
And-
interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's really interesting. You know, when we're on the phone, we talk a lot,
Right.
just about some of the topics that we have to, you know, accomplish. And it's just an amazing guy, you know.
So now, how did you get in touch with him? How did you find him? How did he find you? How did you guys find each other?
It was just a random introduction through some friends of ours in South Korea. And then first time when I went to his atelier, I was really had a different vibe. You know, the energy there was really different. And, you know, he's a really famous artist in Asia. You know, he's got invitation to such a country as China, you know, Taipei. And also he was actually attended as a main representing Ginza Gallery from Tokyo.
Oh, that's a big guys. That's a big gallery. That's one of the main half a dozen galleries.
Yeah, and he was actually exhibiting his art at the New York Scobar Fair in
Really?
May this year. Yes,
Wow.
Yes. He only had 2 paintings there, but a lot of people, when they looked at his paintings, were just so impressed with his work that they just wanted to.
Did they know that did they realize that this man did this with his fingers, or were
Yes,
they knew that?
Yeah,
they knew that.
curators there explain about the art, and they
Wow.
definitely emphasize about this is a finger painting. You know, in Asia, I mean, just what you were saying, when we were a kid,
Right.
we just use our fingers to do
Right.
whatever we need to do, food, spaghetti, whatever.
Right.
But in ancient world,
Well,
you know, I've
calligraphy.
been told,
Calligraphy.
calligraphy.
You
Yeah,
had to
it was
learn
a
how
finger.
to. You had-
Exactly.
the educated people
Right.
learned how to have calligraphy.
Right.
It was an extension of them.
Exactly.
right.
So, I mean, there's a lot of top people in the art industry are watching Google. And there are certain people that I cannot say right now,
Right.
but very highly recognized are endorsing Google. You know, he was nationally televised in South Korea too. So, I mean, I'm just very happy that some artists like that with a very strong mindsetting, with a different characterism, you know, I mean, you'll definitely meet him, you know, next week.
Right.
Because he's got our exhibition here. It's a private. It's not going to be in like a professional gallery.
Right.
But, you know, because we're going to be representing 3 different type of art.
Okay.
So the first exhibition will focus on monotone, classical painting of him, his works.
Right.
And the second genre will consist of a lot of children art. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, he goes back to when he was 9, 10, 11. And he also is a writer. He writes a book.
Right.
You know, and his book is more like a poem. You know, it has
Right.
a very short storytelling,
Right.
but has a very deep meaning. So, like I said, it comes from the different mindset.
You know, when you connect this with children, that opens up a whole nother avenue of expression and a whole nother avenue of being able to connect with a population of young people
Right.
that
right.
that they're doing something naturally themselves anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that oftentimes is the best connection when you're doing something naturally and you see somebody that does it at that level.
Mm-hmm.
That connection can create a real good bond for that person as they grow up and start to interpret their mind and their conscious mind and
Yes.
all of that.
Yes.
How does he work with a lot of children?
Yes, he does. Actually, in Asia, he does work a lot with different society, different children, and he's got a lot of very strong groups that's supporting him as a good, strong supporters.
Right.
So, I mean, he's not only doing as a finger painting painter, but he also does a lot of different sculpting too for different characters.
Does he do that with his hands, or is that with implements and tools?
Well, sculpting is a
Right.
little bit different. So,
Right.
but it's all his handwork though.
Right, right.
So he's got about good 10 characters that he already developed.
Wow.
This exhibition is not going to show much of his characters, but we're going to definitely show the traditional classical painting and then children's artwork. And then Lost to Giant Ray is a little bit sexy, but he's got a fusion art of erotic paintings as well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So those are the three John Rays that we're going to be representing and showing to the people.
And this is a private. This is a private showing.
It's a private show.
Not open to the public at this point.
Well, we have put something out into the social media, and some people who is interested, they'll be more than welcome to come. I mean, it's not
Right,
like we're going to block them not to enter.
Well, we're going to be broadcasting live out there on AVTV Live.
Oh, okay.
So if we can,
Okay.
obviously, and we're approved to do that with you guys. But so we'll get some nice footage
Yes.
of his product out in the
Yes.
social media world.
Right,
There's about
right.
10 or 12 different formats that we broadcast to.
Mhm.
And so that'll be exciting. And now, where does, when you look at his paintings and you say, okay, all right, this is cool stuff.
Mhm.
Have you had any discussion with him as to like where he wants to take this kind of art form? Because it's an old art form, but yet the way he's doing it, it's new. It's presented in a new way to the world,
Right.
especially the Western world. Like
Right.
he's been doing it in Asia for some
Right.
time. Does he have an idea of where he would like to take that?
Well, he's been exposed out to here in New York already, and he's definitely got invitation to Miami Art Basel, which is
great.
a very
Right.
famous art exhibition. And he got invitation to some countries in Europe already. And he already done a lot of different international exhibitions. But when I look at his art, and when you hear some good artists sing a good song,
Right.
anybody can sing well, but it's the emotion, it's that deliver of what the artist is actually trying to say to you. It really touches your heart, and I think it goes same thing for art itself too.
Right.
When you look at nice art, wow, that's fancy, it's really nice. But when you look at it again, okay, and when you look at third time, it kind of like, okay, what's the art there, But his art is so unique, and everybody, when they see his art right in front of their eyes, it's like they just say, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, they just say, wow.
That's
And,
wow.
He's an artist that really, like I was comparing with
Wow.
a singer. He brings
Right.
it out, that emotion into his art. So I honestly think that I would like to be a good supporter of this artist as long as I can. And, I'm trying to represent him.
Right.
And also work with him for a lot of good society, such as a lot of different children's association.
Right.
We
right.
like to do whatever we can the best to enter into different countries.
Well, the thing here, as you present this in New York and then Miami, like you said, and
Right.
then now here in Los Angeles, there's a lot of people that are interested in art in those three cities, and with the ability of the internet now and the social network and the exposure that you can get,
Right.
because children today and young people and people that are adults too as well, they do most of their communications and most of their information gathering and most of their first impression via the computer in live. Like you said, when it's live, it kind of jumps off at you. But the technical aspect on the internet, there is still that technology that doesn't give you that
Right.
that depthness, that 3D feel,
No,
right?
no.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially with charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
Charcoal is something, because you're only dealing in two colors.
Right.
And that's something that has depth to it when you look at it in person.
Mm-hmm.
But oftentimes when you see it in a photograph in a magazine, it doesn't have that same depth.
Right.
Because you lose the shadow.
Right.
You lose the shadows. in
Right.
it. Do you see his art being able to explode large on the internet, or do you see this thing going from city to city to city and kind of doing it the old-fashioned way in terms of promoting this?
Well, a lot of artists these days, not just to him, but they have to definitely merge together with the technology.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody.
So you're a technology guy. Yeah,
Well, I mean, I'm not an engineer.
No, but you're
I work with a
you're
lot
an
of
entrepreneur. I mean,
right.
yeah.
I work with a very strong technology engineers
Right.
for different technologies such as virtual reality and augmented reality.
Right,
You know, the world is coming into the different era these days,
right.
and people are demanding for something new always. So not just him, but a lot of artists, you know, they tend to shift away their direction along with the mixing with a traditional exhibition, but then they want to show it on the internet or something in a, you know, via electronic device or something different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, you know, definitely, you know, it's like very diversified route of, you know, showing
Right.
the art, but it cannot compare though. When
Right.
you come and see his art, that's when you see the original genuinism of his work.
Are you at liberty right now to be able to give the location and the time slot and where you're going to be at next week?
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing the exhibition starting from the Saturday, which is September 10th, at 4 to 4 North Beverly Drive
Okay.
in Beverly Hills. It's not a traditional gallery. It's a very private venue location. But because his art is, you know, it's got the good contrast. And if I tell you this, I don't know if you're gonna believe it or not, but with all the lights turned off, you could still see his art. Not an illumination, but like I said,
grabs
it's using the
light,
contrast,
right.
you know, dark and light,
Really?
yin yang. So yeah, that is about his work.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
We'd like to show some of that off if we can.
Right.
A couple of pieces would be real great for
Right,
everybody to
right.
see
Yeah.
right here. So it's happening September 10th.
September 10th
For-
through 17th.
So a week.
Whole week.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
And he's going to have at the same location. You're not moving. You're staying right there in Beverly Hills.
Well, right now there's another location that I just had a meeting.
Okay.
Regards to some of the NFL players.
Right.
And
Did that.
right.
And to be able to see that, wow. Like you said,
It's
wow.
very different between his classical and his children work. It's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a still finger painting, except that he used a different form of a material to paint children's work.
Is he one of the only fellows in the world that is doing this for him?
Well, you know, I'm not exactly sure, but you know, I was actually interviewing some very recognized. He's
Yeah,
always humble.
yeah.
That's one thing that I really like about him.
Right.
And yeah, coming to Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, is
Yeah.
his first time. It has been a very hard work because doing our exhibition is something very different than trying to, you know, do some business with a Costco or, you know, Best
Right.
Buys. It's very different work. And, you know, our team has been spending a lot of time putting this all things together.
It is a time
Yeah.
allotment thing.
Lovely. Welcome to, you know, bring them in. You know, it'll
Yeah.
be amazing. Yeah.
Absolutely. So is he here in Los Angeles right now?
He's arriving on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
7 feet? Some of his art
Yeah.
is
7 feet in length and
Wow.
5.5 feet by height. Yeah. And he's got a bigger paintings too.
That's huge, man.
I
You're
can
gonna-
show you
You're
one,
gonna you're
actually.
gonna have to have a huge house for that. Are we able to bring any of that up yet?
I just found it. I'm trying to get it up.
Okay, great. That's fantastic. So, where do you see in the next couple of years? Do you see this really exploding, or is it going to stay more of an avant-garde form of art, or do you see it really transforming into the commercial world?
To give a goodwill to you know, those people that has a hardship in their life, you know, he's more than welcome to work with me on that one. But obviously, you know, there's a different celebrities that we're actually aiming right now to kind of co-work together for children's work.
Right.
You know, so hopefully it goes well. Then that could be a commercialized way of showing his art through
Right.
the product. Yeah.
And he could sell some nice pieces.
And this is actually the biggest one that I can just-
You've got the one with the faces. You have that one with the face.
I got a female face
Oh, that's great. Just bring that up. He's gonna bring it up. And
Yeah,
put it
the
out on
female
network.
face
Let
one
me
is
see
called the
that.
pure.
Let me see that real
Yeah.
quick. I got to show this one off. So check that out, guys. Is that amazing? That's charcoal. That's black and white charcoal. Look at the detail in the throat and the chin, and look at the detail. Is that amazing? Finger painting. It's finger painting with charcoal. It's an amazing thing, and that has such an appeal to it because you can see the emotional content.
That is a title is called A Partner.
Yeah.
I told you about. Two
Yeah,
elderly couple.
you can see how the emotion of these two people and the relationship between them in a very
long journey, but happiness.
in a very real way.
Yeah.
That is. You can even see the scraggly beard. Look at the scraggly beard right there, man. That the fine detail that this kind of artwork. How long did it take him to do something like that? Have you had that discussion on some of his pieces? Are these things that he can bang out in a month, or does sometimes he ponder and work on this for a year?
Some of his large work that requires a lot of details and a lot of effort. I heard it takes like up to 6 months or longer.
Wow.
Yeah. So it does take a lot of energies out of his body too.
Yeah, because to get that kind of detail and that kind of ability for the picture to emote beyond the canvas.
Yes.
This is on canvas, correct?
Actually, this is, I think this one here.
Or is it on paper? Or?
No, it's not a paper. It's a very thick canvas type of
Canvas
material
type.
on top.
Right.
That he just lays a lot of painting, and it has been framed
Right.
with a nice structure bone on the back. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that when you paint on canvas, it's different than painting on paper.
Right.
And I would imagine when you're finger painting on canvas, because canvas has a texture to it and a roughness to it. No matter
Right,
how
right.
smooth you try to make it,
Right.
When you're talking about the fine points of paint or charcoal, one little slip up,
Right.
and you can destroy a whole line.
Right. That's why he doesn't draw like this, like a line. He does a lot of pressing method.
So he actually presses down
Yeah.
one at a time.
Yeah.
Well, I can see why that takes 6 months.
And he doesn't have that fingerprint.
Right. Yeah,
It's pretty much all disappeared.
because
Right.
man, I got to hire him as a spy then.
Yeah, that's an alternative way of thinking.
Yes,
about
right.
it. Yeah.
Well, I'm always thinking alternative ways.
Right.
But wow, because he presses, his fingerprints are gone. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But to do that, I can't even imagine. You have another one you can show while Lee brings it up online?
I have a picture of him.
Oh, you got it. That's going out on our site? Okay, great. Look at that. There's Gugu.
Yeah, that's him.
And now that painting there, that finger painting there, that's more like expressionist in a lot of ways. This was headshots, and this is a facial.
Right.
But that one there with the multicolors that you guys are seeing right now on YouTube Live and on Facebook.live/Power Voices, that is an impressionist kind of feel.
Yes.
So he's dynamic.
Yeah.
He can go from this here, right? He can go from this here. Can you see that, Lee? Okay, he can go from this here to what you're looking at right now online. And that's actually two different styles with charcoal.
Right.
Some people only deal
Right.
in one.
Like I said, children's work is different. He uses a lot of different color.
See, now look at that. Look at the bicycle. I mean, that's almost Picasso-ish, in a lot of.
Title, Art and Life.
And that's September 10th through the 17th coming
17th,
up. That's
yes.
next Saturday, right?
Saturday.
And
yes.
it's in Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Can you give the address?
424 North Beverly Drive.
Okay, 424. Once again, great art.
A lot.
It
Yeah.
does, man. It does. Those whoppers can be a whopper in the pocketbook. Absolutely. But no, seriously, that's fantastic. We're looking forward to being out there live and broadcasting live and with the other media that you're going to have there. This is going to be an exciting show, something new and unique. We try to do those things. we cover a lot. You walked in, I was ranting and raving about the political
Oh, yes,
and my
I heard that.
and my sarcasm about the whole thing. And,
Yes.
you know, I was very sarcastic about the whole thing, but I wanted to make some points that you know, in that respect. But we try to cover a rare occasion. That's right, and absolutely. So it's going to be a festive occasion, and this is his first time in Los Angeles,
Yes.
in Beverly Hills, and the website you can catch him on YouTube. You can catch him on Google.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I can't begin to tell you this man's background because it would take me another hour. But he is quite the promoter and marketer, and quite the entrepreneur. And I think that Google's in some good hands there in that respect, and the vision that you have and that you guys have. Do you talk all the time? Do you guys, plan and strategize on where you're going with this, or is it sort of like
Yeah.
you're connected?
Anytime you have even your wife,
Right.
even your best friend, your
Right.
business partner, it's very important to have a common objective, a common goal that you want to strive for.
Right.
Because if you have a different objective, you guys not gonna make it.
Right.
You guys have to split away doing their own things.
Yeah.
So yes, always, we talk about all those things, quite deeply, and especially face to face.
Of traditional Asian spirituality, or is it a combination of wisdom, Western and Asian, or is it something that he feels? Because artists are really interesting, folks, because they perceive things out of a different part of the brain, and it's a part of the brain that many folks don't tap into, and that opens up a whole another world of unconscious and emotions and stuff. But he has a spiritual aspect. I saw some spirituality, especially.
This is about those as the main topics. So I do strongly believe that he'll be a very, very famous artist in all over the world.
Well, that's great, man. All I want is a job moving his art out of the semi truck into the museum. That's all I need every now and then, just a job. Okay, that's it. That's all I ask for. David Kim, everybody, tell us a little bit about what you're doing yourself.
Well, I'm involved in a lot of technology and content business right now. So the virtual reality, augmented reality are the
Cutting
main
edge
things.
stuff,
Yeah.
guys.
It's the upcoming technology. A lot of people are saying that, hey, this could be work, this could not work.
VR's on the way, baby.
Yeah, VR, AR,
Yeah.
it's on its way right now.
Yeah.
And I work with a lot of different content people as well as tech people. So it's always important to how you can mix those two to bring out the right key solution to the consumer in general. You know, so yeah, that's the area of the business I focus on.
How do
most.
folks get in touch with you to talk about some of the things that you do, but also to talk about your artists? Do you have a Facebook page or something that they can chime in with you?
Oh, actually, I can provide my email address.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You might be
It's
bombarded.
David
Okay, David.
at
Okay.
defend
Defend
holdings.com.
Holdings. Okay, .com. So Google, we brought up some stuff here that we could see, and we shared some stuff on the other social networks. So it's good to have you guys along. Check it out, and if you're interested, go on down there and chime in and let David know on his email, and let us know here. This is Jesse Terrero. Hey, we are live at 5. It is the Jesse T Show. We're going to say bye-bye for the weekend. You have a great weekend. It's going to be a wonderful holiday. Drive safe. Don't text. Enjoy yourself. Get ready for the show. It's coming up. It's going to be a great time. It's the Jesse T Show right here from 5 to 6. Every Monday through Friday. Yeah, straight on the point. You've entered the world according to Terrero. Don't you love it? Oh, yeah. Jesse Terrero and the Brown Beauty is off duty. See ya.